Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the movie that has so many expectations of it because of his name, the marketing, and what it tried to do. I, for one, freaking loved the movie. Maybe I didn't get what I expected to get from it, and some of the cameos I would have loved, and just more multiversal exploration that maybe we didn't get, but apart from all that, I loved the movie. I freaking loved Wanda. She was freaking amazing. The MVP of this movie. Of course, Doctor Strange and the Cumberbatch is also great. We got introduced to America Chavez, and then Wong was also there doing his thing. But one thing that people have asked, of course, there are many plot holes in this movie. Let's just be honest with that fact. There are many things that are unanswered, or maybe they were just cut from the movie. And one particular question that people keep asking, why did the Watcher not interfere? We know from the What If show that the Watcher interfered in the last minute of the show because of what Ultron was going to do. He was going to destroy all life in the multiverse. So the Watcher had to do one thing he swore an oath not to do. That is interfere and help save all life in the multiverse. Justifiable, right? Okay. Now, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, let's go over the plot. Wanda, after being corrupted by the Dark Code, thinks that her children are in danger, as we saw from the post-credit scene in WandaVision. In this movie, she set out to go and reclaim her children, go and get her children, whatever way you want to put it. But the main point is she needs America Chavez's power to open different portals to the other universes to go and get her children. And one thing that even Wong suggested to her was that
when you could force America to send you to any universe you want, why take her power for your own? You know it will kill her.
Yeah, why isn't she doing that? No, the reason why she's also doing this is because
Billion tell me to protect them. In the infinite multiverse, there's a cure, solution to every problem.
The main issue here is that Wanda is being corrupted by the Dark Code. That means that the difference between good and bad, right or wrong, is just blurry. And just as Doctor Strange said,
she took over a whole town using her mind. If she gets America's power, she could enslave the entire multiverse.
Because of the Dark Code corrupting her, she could potentially enslave the entire multiverse, and in her mind, justify it by saying she's doing it to protect her children from otherworldly threats. And it will make sense to her, but to us, it is freaking cruel and wicked. So why did the Watcher not interfere? Because it's related to the multiverse and it could potentially destroy it or harm it. Now let's go with the realistic approach. The writers and Marvel Studios didn't want him debuting in the MCU yet. That is when it comes to live action. We know he's already in the MCU since the What If show is canon, and we also saw some watchers in the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie, so you can't argue that they have already been introduced when it comes to live action. But anyway, the bottom line is the Watcher wasn't in the plans for the movie, and so he just wasn't there. Now let's revisit one thing the Watcher said in the show.
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen.
And that is the point. He already knows that Wanda is corrupted by the Dark Code. He already knows that Wanda is actually a good person when it comes to the heart, and knows that Doctor Strange, America Chavez, Wong, and everybody else are going to play a role in stopping her. Everything that is happening must happen for everything to fall into place to get that conclusion that we got. Now, the only reason why he interfered in the What If show was because Ultron had possessed all the Infinity Stones, and by so doing was able to block the Watcher from seeing the future, and even almost killed him. His only saving grace was fleeing and going to Supreme Strange and recruiting the other heroes from the multiverse. And with him doing that, it opened another pathway for him. He saw a glimpse of the future. He saw what will happen. That's why everything also played out in the What If show. And even Supreme Strange said this.
You foresaw every moment, from the failed Infinity Crusher to Killmonger's betrayal and
your sacrifice.
So in conclusion, the Watcher knew what was going to happen and didn't need to interfere. Anyway, I know there are more questions, like where was White Vision? Like, this guy recovered his memories and he was nowhere to be seen in the movie. He's one of the driving force for Wanda's grief, and he was nowhere to be seen. who made those Ultron bots. Of course, the writer came in to say that he had planned for Tom Cruise to cameo as Superior Iron Man, but he couldn't make time because he was filming Mission Impossible. So I guess that question is already answered. But anyway, the reason why people are having a hard time, processing this movie is that they had an unrealistic expectation of this movie. Although I know it's also a waste because this is a multiverse of madness. If you are gonna have such big cameos, really delve into the madness of the multiverse, you're gonna have these cameos, you're gonna have these universes, this multiverse actually explored. But anyway, I loved the movie, and maybe they are saving all that for Secret Wars because I know that movie is going to be crazy. They're going to be different heroes, different variants from different universes, and that movie is going to take years to build, like years to come. But anyway, do let me know in the comments below what you think of this movie. How many cameos did you expect? What other heroes were you expecting to see in this multiverse of madness? Please leave a like for the video if you enjoyed it. It helps the channel out. Subscribe, turn on that post notification bell not to miss any other video. As always, Neddy Sage here. See you guys in the next video.